Welcome to this series of Wegon Explore, where we are tackling one of the world's most remote and challenging four-wheel drive tracks, the Canning Stock Route. Kick off this journey with fellow explorers as we set out to complete the challenging route stretching over 1,900 k's, the longest historic stock route in the world. We don't know what we're in for yet, but we're gonna explore. It's a bit tight and cold. So it's gonna get a bit of weight off the back of the car, just pump 20 litres in. We've got this little system. It does get a bit messy because you're dealing with a lot of things getting full of diesel. So we just turn that on, little pump starts and start pouring. So we'll chuck a few more litres in and this might even get us through to the midway fuel stop. Corrugations. I said that right. Oh. Here we're just driving from our White Lake campsite to the Aerodrome Lake on our left. This is where they reportedly were able to land a plane, though I would not like to try that myself. But it's really cool, very salty, very white. We're gonna try head up to, which one are we heading up to today? 15? Well 15? Try to get to well 15 today. We made a reasonable good amount of ground yesterday, so today will only be around maybe 90 k's or so. And we're heading into more and more sand dune country. So hopefully the corrugations stay away and the cars stay together, don't fall apart. No posing for Wegon. There's an old shocky that has given up on someone, and I don't blame that shocky for retirement. Some rocky roads through here. These corrugations are just insane. They just don't stop and there's nowhere to go because everyone's already tried all the sides. So you try and sneak onto these little bits here, but the other wheel's still deep in it and you just shake to bits. I'm either doing like 10 or 80 because anything in between is just destroying me, destroying my soul, destroying my car. It's alright, just taking the time. Just a heads up, this section is brutal. better. Oh, sometimes you just feel you just gotta hook it. Otherwise it just gets so hectic. Just like that, just go slow.
What a pretty little tree, eh?
And then if you need to go, just go. We have people at the front, so I know if there's any cars coming, but I could see anywhere because it's so open and low shrubs. But yeah, otherwise you just can't get over those corrugations. They just shake your car to bits. If you can get on top of them, at least it's manageable, or you just have to drive through each one. Anyway, I prefer this stuff. The rocky roads. Much more, what's the word? I can just appreciate it more. It's more satisfying. I can actually achieve something. Here we see some of the fuel drop-offs. Some have been here for a while. Someone couldn't use all the fuel. High octane petrol. Help yourself. It's handy to know there's still a bit in here. So if anyone needed petrol on the track, there's a bit in here as of right now, but whether you trust it or not, you might need to run it through a couple of filters just in case. But hey, when in dire need, might be helpful. Very close to well 12. Just gonna roll in there now. This is the campsite for it, which is really quite nice. Got the barbecue fireplace area there. There's toilets down there. We'll have a look at well 12. Well 12.
Woohoo!
Looks functional, looks good. Let's go check it out.
This one's been refurbished, I think.
Oh, not very deep. Bit of let's drop her in. Pretty easy to wind. Come look at the quality of the water. It is very clean. So good spot, well 12. Good spot to stay. This is insane. Look at everything just shaking, and it's like, doesn't even look bad yet. Probably can't see it in the video, but I'm doing 10 k's an hour. Everyone else is a bit far ahead at the moment, but it's car braking roads. This will destroy your car. And I mean, having the canopy that's already been coming loose a bit, just don't want to take any risks. I hear some new noises. I'm saying, nah. You know that thing of where you just want to turn up the music? Yeah, well, 79 series doesn't come out with much music in it. 2 little 4-inch speakers. Did bring a bit of a boombox, but that's not connected right now. I'm considering turning it on just so I can forget about all these noises. But here's a bit of a nice, clean run. Pick up a bit of speed where I can, and a little bit of a dune. Let's see how we go. Only a tiny one. Should be no problem at all. We're still in 2-wheel drive, to be honest, so have a look at this. Very easy, no problem at all. Didn't have to rev it, didn't have to go fast. Just putted over it. This sand's very hard, but it's very bumpy at the same time. A lot of just boom, 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 but yeah, you can even see the other tracks. There's no spinning going on, nothing. You can just cruise over them. So far anyway, I'm sure there's some bigger ones coming. See what's on the other side of this. Hey, a bit of a view.
Wow.
And everyone else is very far in the distance, but it's quite cool coming over all these dunes and just seeing what's next. And you see another dune, a little bit of a track. Keeps it interesting. So we stopped to do a check on Henny's car, on the Prado. Something was rattling a lot, and it was the bash guard at the bottom. 2 bolts are completely gone. So we just found a couple of spare bolts, so we're just putting in there now, and I was just doing a bit of a sanity check for myself, and even saw my water tank. That bolt is finger tight, so I'll tighten that one up as well. Oh, it's not even finger tight, it's loose, completely loose. Hopefully not stripped. No, not stripped. Just need to tighten that up. So that's a good find again as well, fortunately.
I can't get this one to take.
Okay.
So we just tightened up those bolts on the water tank, on the bash guard on the front. Fortunately we had about 30mm M8 bolts and the spanners. Put that back in. But yeah, roads like this where everything's just shaking like this, it's hard to not get loose bolts. Hopefully we know what we need to check now, or we learn to know what we need to check, and everything goes smoothly. So this is a little side track, because look at those corrugations. Boy oh boy. There's some big corrugations there. I'm gonna get Darcy to drive quickly. The left pedal is a clutch, middle pedal is a brake, right pedal is the accelerator. So I just can't hear what the noise is here, so I'm gonna get Darcy to drive. I'm just gonna have a look as she takes off just to see what it might be. All right, go. All right, let it out slowly. All right, I'm just gonna have a bit of a listen. I'll be back. There's a lot of movement in the canopy with the weight on it. So between the canopy and tray, the rooftop tent makes a bit of noise as well, but I think it's a bit of movement in here. And also this, which I'll try and put a bit of rubber in there when we get to the next stop. I definitely don't want that tow ball just sitting in the back somewhere flying around, so we'll get rid of that in the next stop and then see if that stops it. Our old Land Rover burnt out.
So hold the red motor in. There's only sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, so you can't see them anywhere else. They're a nugget bush. Do you see the little flower it grows?
Oh, would you look at that?
Yeah, it grows nuggets.
A little nugget bush.
Yeah. Very rare. That's why there's not many of them out here. They're very rare. See, that one's not in flower yet. That's,
That one's not flowering.
that one's not in flower, so there's no nuggets on it.
Just this one.
Yeah, just that one.
The flower coming out.
Oh, and you see the baby emu?
No, baby emu.
Yeah, little
Let's
baby
go
emu.
see.
Still hiding because it was really scared because it was so noisy.
Alright.
So they normally come in a flock of 30, but they've 29 of them left this little bloke behind. Look, because they're all by himself. Look,
Oh,
poor little fella.
little baby emu hiding in here.
Yeah. Yeah,
There it is.
the block of emus have left him behind.
The block.
Well, the whole umbrella. This guy, this house.
Hey,
That'll be a nomination.
there's Trev apparently. Rob, Trev, Bill and Jen. 2013 maybe? Hello. Here we go again, more corrugations. So we're just pulling into well 13. It's basically just where the Land Rover was, and we are currently spot on 20% along the Canning Stock route. So well 13, about a fifth of the way. We'll go check it out. Well 13, not much of a well anymore. About a metre depression now, which used to be about a 9-metre deep well, and incredibly it used to supply about 1,200 gallons per hour, as noted, but now obviously nothing. So not a whole lot to see here at well 13. It's all dry and not much of a well, so we'll keep moving on to well 14. Get these red little sharp leaved little plants here. If anyone knows what they are, let me know. All of a sudden there's just heaps of them everywhere. Is that the Holly Grevillea or something like that? Not sure, but There's so many of them all of a sudden. Really beautiful through this section. So we are between well 13 and 14, where we've got these holly, what's it? Holly grevillea, we think plants. Technical name. Look at all these cool red little flowers. There were some serious corrugations before, but this suspension's holding up well, not getting hot or anything. Very happy with them.
Bag. There.
Is that a wrap? Thanks. Looks delicious. Well, 14, also just a bit of a depression. I don't know if there would be anything in here. Nope, there's nothing under there either. It is just a depression. There's a couple of good spots you can pre-camp here. Bit of open, cleared area. A couple of trees for some shade. Not a bad spot, but you won't get any water, that's for sure. Other than that, not bad. So we'll head off again. We're going to cruise on to well 15 now, where there supposedly is water, but you've got to treat it if you want to drink it. So we'll see the condition when we get there. But yeah, we'll keep cruising that way and we'll stay the night there. And tomorrow we'll be able to head straight to Durbar Springs, where we'll be able to stay for 2 nights. So really looking forward to that. Really want to have a good check over this whole car, all the bolts, just so I can have peace of mind again when I hear all those rattles. Let's go. So the corrugations don't end. This is the road between, well, 14 and 15. Looks like this area must fill with water by the looks of it. There's absolutely no shrubs, and then as soon as it's a little bit higher, you get all these trees and things growing. It's a really nice little area. And the road is not too bad once you get in here. But you can see it's been really wet, been rutted out a little bit. This little cave thing, which has heaps of little caves within it. Can only imagine the things that would live in here. I'm almost a bit worried to look too far in case I do find something. So I'm just going to leave it at that to not disturb anything if it is in there. Did I nail it?
Yeah, you nailed it. Here's another really big hole. It looks like kangaroos might live in here.
Been a different country here, a lot of gum trees.
Here we have an abandoned trailer. Someone that was eager enough to bring this along the Canning Stock route. Looks like it's been here a while, but not that long either. If you want to be towing a trailer on the Canning Stock route, you'd ought to check that it is heavy duty, because seeing these corrugations, oh, I would hate to take anything through it. I hate taking my car through it, to be honest, but it's all about the adventure and the challenge. But to then as well have a trailer you've got to worry about, no thank you. And as you can see, someone there
I had a rough time, just decided to leave the trailer there. Oof, you can imagine that would have been a difficult decision to make. Anyway, here we are at well 15. Let's pull in and see what it's like. Get a bit of firewood, start a nice big fire again. That sounds great. This is well 15 camping area. Well, I mean the well's right there as well. Get some more thicker firewood and set up the tents, get a beer and enjoy the beautiful stars again. That time of day again to go get wood. We found some good dead trees that have fallen over. Nice. Here's another little recap for the day. We did about 90 kilometers. So yeah, here as well, 91 Ks. Average fuel consumption 16.3. There's a lot more stop go, and a pretty slow average speed still, but like I said, that includes my idle time. But yeah, there you go, bit of a breakdown for today. So to set up this motop, pretty easy. Set up, ready to have a nap. Fire is going, sun is setting, tents are set up. We've got reasonably good water at this well, good enough to use in the shower. The girls have already gone through, had a shower, so I'll go now once I fill up the water jug. Yeah, this is the well, quite recently refurbished, 98 and then again in 2016. So thank you to all those people. The water's not the best, but I mean, perfect for a shower. Next stop's Derby Springs, and then get some fresh water there again. Just ready for a good nice night around the fire. Get a wine out. It'll be good, wouldn't it? Whoop, whoop. Here we've got the two little pots going, mine and Dad's. We're going to be cooking a bit of beef stroganoff, got little fires going underneath. Get these onions nice and caramelized. The beef has been seared already. Talking like I know what I'm doing, but I'm just following instruction from the elders.
For your mom.
Now we've got the beef. Looks delicious already.
Resting.
Some mushrooms. Pasta. Sour cream. Beef broth. And a bit of Sailor Jerry's. Perfect.
Too much for one meal. Yeah. It wasn't enough to have 2 meals. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'll have half that.
Is that why you put the water in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to cook the pasta.
Someone away.
So it's still early. It's still early. I don't think it will work, but I think it will.
Tomorrow is Derby Springs, and then after that, we've got a big day to get to Lake Disappointment.
Yeah, 130.
Okay, the vote is made. The new koala.
I don't like anything on my head.
Look this way, look this way. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Wegon Explore. Next week we'll be heading out to Derby Hills, where we'll check out Canningskern in all its glory. Then we'll travel further to check out some springs in the middle of a desert before we keep cruising on to Derby Spring. Amazing camp spot where we'll stay for 2 nights. See you next time.